Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the small and mid-cap space at the open, so you'll hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great investment. It's Wednesday, October the 28th, a delayed show. We're on right at 9:30 saying there's just too much news that came out at or after 9 o'clock, so we want to take an extra 20 minutes to get it to you. So here it is. 8 press releases for you, from resources to technology to China, financial results. Too many. We couldn't call it any less than that, so we're going to move straight into them. And one of those days were a ton of AGORACOM clients, just one of those days. Let's get straight to it. Castle Gold trades on the venture under CSG. This is an AGORACOM client. We don't report on AGORACOM client news unless it stands on its own 2 feet. I'm going to continue that disclaimer on for every one of the clients talked about today. But here's the news out of Castle Gold. The company announces they've entered into a support agreement with Argonaut Gold in connection with the proposed acquisition by Argonaut of all the common shares of Castle Gold. Argonaut's going to acquire, by way of a takeover bid, all the issued and outstanding shares at $1.25 per fully diluted share. That's subject to an increase in the price of gold between December 21st and December 24th. Go take a look at the details there, but basically every penny up for gold, every 1% increase in gold over $1,050 is a 1 penny increase up to a maximum of $1.50 takeover bid. The board of directors has unanimously accepted this offer. They say it's in the best interest of the shareholders, best interest of the companies, so they recommend that shareholders actually accept the agreement. To show you the seriousness of this, 43% of the owners of the issued and outstanding common shares of the company have already entered into shareholder lockup agreements and have agreed to tender the common shares to the offer. Looks like this is a completely done deal. 39% premium to the company's closing price of 90 cents on October 27th, 46% premium on the volume-weighted average trading price of the company over the last 20 days. Congratulations to Castle Gold. For those of you who don't know about the company, they own a 100% interest in the El Castillo gold mine in Mexico and a 50% interest in the El Sastre mine in Guatemala. About Argonaut, you should know who they are. This is a private company formed by Brian Kennedy, Peter Doherty, and Edgar Smith, former senior executive leadership of Meridian Gold. Argonaut was formed with the goal of creating the next quality mid-tier gold company. Castle Gold closed yesterday at 90 cents. After the open, we saw it trading about $1.14, $1.15. Not a surprise there. Next up, Underworld Resources, not an AGORACOM client, trades on the venture under UW. Big numbers here. They're announcing step-out holes have expanded their gold and Sal deposit. Here's a highlight hole, 1.46 grams per ton of gold over 158.5 meters and 1.98 grams over 67.7 meters. Big numbers there. These are the final drill results from the 2009 drill program. This on their white gold property in the Yukon. Hole 102 was the highlight hole. Hole 103 is the most northerly hole according to the company. It returned 67.7 meters, averaging 1.8 grams per ton of gold. Included 25.3 meters, averaging 4.48 grams per ton of gold. So big numbers there. Go take a look at it. They're focused on developing their gold discovery in Canada's Yukon territory. 2 zones there are exposed at surface, open at depth, and along strike, and may be amenable to open pit mining. They closed yesterday at $1.42. Next up, AGORACOM client, Q Gold Resources trades on the venture under QAU, also Frankfurt under QX9. This is news from the Q Gold Upper Canyon joint venture. They announced that they've extended high grade at their Mine Center, Ontario gold silver zone. These are results from a 12-hole, 1,200 meter diamond drill program at the joint venture property located near Mine Center, Ontario. Here are some of the highlights. The Mackenzie Gray vein intersected hole 04. Core width 5.5 meters, yielded 11.4 grams per ton of gold and 43.7 grams per ton of silver. I'm rounding up and down slightly there. Intervals include 2 samples that contain visible gold. Hole 05 returned 16.7 grams per ton of gold, 20.8 grams per ton of silver, 2.06% zinc over core width of 9.3 meters. And finally, hole 09, 11.37 grams ton of gold, 68 grams ton of silver, just under 17% zinc over 0.62 meters. The company is currently exploring for precious and base metals, including platinum group elements, on their 29,000 acres of Ontario holdings in the historic gold camp at Mine Center, including 5 historic gold mines. Closed yesterday, just 2 cents, 52-week high, 6 cents, 52-week low, half a cent. They've been a little quiet over the last little while, but with these results coming out, shareholders are going to start taking interest. Do your own due diligence. Go take a look, but good numbers for the company there. Next up, Hinterland Metals, also an AGORACOM client, trades on the venture under HMI. This is just one of those days. They announced that they intersect up to 5.2 grams per ton of gold over 2 meters. This is at their Panache zone at their Lockout project in Quebec. The company says that notable gold values were intersected in all 7 holes recently drilled in the Lockout gold project. Highlights were the highlight number that I just gave you, that included in a zone of 1.7 grams per ton over 7 meters. The company says intersection varied from 6.2 meters to 12.9 meters in width and from 0.6 to 1.7 grams per ton of gold in grade. Now, the most important outcome of the drill program is that it shows on-strike continuity of the gold-bearing structure up to 1 kilometer long. The Panache gold zone remains open in all directions. Congratulations to the gang over at Hinterland. Closed yesterday at 6.5 cents. 52-week high, 10.5 cents. 52-week low, 1 penny. So they're trading right about midway through the 52-week trading range. Next up, Benton Resources, a AGORACOM client, BTC on the venture, and also Royal Roads, RRO on the TSX venture. It's a joint venture. They announced that they discovered nickel copper sulfide zone assaying up to 2.7% nickel, 0.58% copper in their long-range joint venture. This is a discovery of a new zone of magmatic nickel sulfide, and the long-range joint venture is in central Newfoundland. The discovery is made by bedrock trenching. In addition to the highlight hole, they also had solid channel samples averaging 0.99% nickel, 0.22% copper, 0.05% cobalt over 3 meters. A lot of numbers here. Something you should know about Benton Resources. They've got multiple joint ventures and a diversified portfolio in gold, nickel, copper, and platinum. What I really like about them, and again, always you got to do your own due diligence, the company has about $15 million in cash, owns a little more than 32% interest in Coral Mining, holds about 5% interest in Marathon PGM, both of those public companies, and retains a 2% net smelter royalty on the northern portion of the Marathon PGM deposit. Benton closed yesterday at 45 cents, 52-week high 68 cents, 52-week low 11 cents. Good news out of the company. Next up, switching over to non-resource news, technology. Proud to announce that Armada Data is joining the AGORACOM 100. We're launching an investor relations program for them. Armada trades on the TSX venture under the stock symbol ARD. Here's some information you got to know about them, why we like them, and why they're worthy of joining the AGORACOM 100. This is definitely AGORACOM 100 material. First of all, the corporate overview: profitable, web-enabled automotive information services company providing accurate and real-time pricing data to institutional and retail customers on a fee-for-service basis, and they own websites such as carcostcanada.com. Now, let's give you some of the real juice here. The company, in its last full year report, reported $2.1 million in revenue. That's up from $1.7 million. So this is a company that's got real products, real revenues. On the institutional side, they're working with insurance companies. They provided a claims outsourcing service that basically streamlines the claim adjustment process. How good is that? More than just lip service. 26 Canadian insurance companies are using the system right now, including 8 of the 10 biggest Canadian insurance companies. And the company says that on average, companies save about $1,000 per claim in costs. On the retail side, they're providing services to car buyers, just like you and me. In fact, just found out this morning after this came in that a couple of our employees, our attorney, all these guys have used Car Cost Canada before in order to buy cars or save money by finding out how much cars cost. So what do? They provide dealer invoice pricing for a subscription fee of $40 a month. So when you're looking for a car, you pay $40 a month. That allows you to build 5 cars and get the best possible price because they actually give you the dealer's invoice price. In addition, they actually send you right over, I think it's cost plus $500 to companies where you can buy the cars directly. In addition, that company pays a lead fee over to Armada at the same time. So incredible revenue model. Traffic was up 300% to about 300,000 unique visitors to the site. So why I like this company: we're a Web 2.0 company. This is a Web 2.0 company. Some people get complacent about Web 2.0, thinking, well, everyone uses the web, so there's not going to be much more money made out of it. What people don't realize is the internet right now is wide. That means everybody uses it. Yesterday, a stat came out, 4 or 5 Canadians on the web. But the real money is going to be made as the internet goes deep. That means all those people are going to continue to use online services. Armada Data is one of those kind of companies because they provide a real service, both the institutional side and to the retail customer side. And that's important, especially in this day and age when people are looking for ways to save money, and Armada data provides great information on how to buy autos at the best possible price. Real company, real revenues, real service. This is the kind of company you want to be around for the next 5 years after you've done your due diligence. Always do your own due diligence. And look for quarterlies. They got to come out sometime in the next few days because their quarters got to come out by the end of October. So we'll be looking to see what kind of results they got there as well. Next up, China Security and Surveillance. I'm going to ask all of you to go over to ChinaSecurities.com because we're running out of time. This is a long show. Great news out of China Security and Surveillance, and also China Back Battery, some financing news out of them. Go take a look at that news on ChinaSecurities.com. That's a wrap. Two quick halts for you. Troy Resources, TRY, hosted pending news, and Action Energy, AEC, halted pending news this morning. Go take a look at those. That's a wrap. Have a great day. A lot of great information. See you tomorrow.